afternoon, guys. I don't know how many of you guys like to play card games and stuff like that, but a game that I like playing on last unit, we all like playing was spades. It definitely got us through a lot of missions through Romania and NTC and multiple Comexes, just because once we got communications up, we just didn't do anything the whole time. So we just sat around and played spades a lot. Spades is a card game that was derived around the 1930s, 1940s. It was actually made by soldiers during long ship travel during the First World War and all those Second World War, stuff like that. The way the game's played is you have 4 players, 2 teams, and each person gets 13 cards. The way you do it is, so you have 4 players sitting around in a circle, okay, and a person directly diagonal to you is your teammate. That makes sense? So if we have 4 guys right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, these 2 guys will be on a team, these 2 guys will be on a team, okay? Understanding the rules how to play spades, you start with 13 cards, okay? Spade game is called spades. Spades is always the highest suit during the game. So somebody would say was to throw at an ace of hearts, you know, that's a pretty high card, it's gonna probably beat other hearts. But if he throws like a 3 of spades, he beats the ace, okay? That makes sense to everybody? Like I said, spades trumps all. When you do bidding, this is probably the most confusing part of the game, the hardest part for people to understand. So, say this person, and they got dealt 13 cards, right? In his hand, he has 4 spades, okay? So basically, he has 4 trump cards compared to all the other suits. You know, you have diamonds, hearts, and clubs. Okay, spades trumps all of those. The only thing that can trump a spade is a higher spade, so on and so on. The 2 highest cards in the game is the jokers. You play with jokers in spades. You don't use 2 of hearts and 2 of diamonds. You take those out, okay? So you have the guarantee joker, which is the joker that says like this, it says guarantee on it though. That is the highest card in the game, it beats everything, okay? Usually if you have that card in your hand, you're gonna get 1 book no matter what. And the second it goes down to the next joker, and it goes down to 2 of spades, the 3rd highest, and ace of spades down to all the way down to 3 of spades. And then you start going to the hearts and diamonds, so the ace of hearts would be the highest in the diamond or the heart category, so on and so on, okay? So bidding. So say somebody has 2 jokers in their hand and they have the rest are just junk cards, like 3 and 4 hearts and clubs. They're not going to win anything, okay? They would have 2 books. The way you get points is by books and bags. Books are worth 10 points, bags are worth 1 point. So whenever you're doing bidding with your partner or yourself, you would say, I'm going to get you 2 books, because you have 2 jokers. Those are going to guarantee to win a round of hands, okay? So you say, I got 2 books, okay? Throughout the game, if y'all both say y'all have 2 books each, so y'all have a total of 4 books for that game. Say y'all get 5 books at the end of the game, that extra is a bag, because you weren't counting on getting that. That makes sense? All right, question on that? So that's bidding. You want to try to bid as close to what you can get as possible. You don't want to go over, you definitely don't want to go under, because then you lose whatever you bid. So if I was to bid, me and my partner bid 5 books, we got only 4 during that game, we lose 50 points. See what I'm saying? And if you were to get 6 books, you'd only get 51 points because you didn't get that. You didn't bet that the extra book. Makes sense? Some phrases I'm gonna go over. One is reneging. Anytime somebody, so the person that deals, the person that left him always goes first. So the person that left puts down a 3 of hearts. Okay, that means you have to play a heart. So when it goes around the table, you want to try to beat whoever you had heart, besides your partner. That's called cutting if you beat your partner's card. So say this guy right here puts down a 3 of hearts. The next guy puts down the king of hearts, okay? Next guy's like, oh, I don't have the ace of hearts, I can't beat that, I'm gonna throw off. Throwing off is, you know you're gonna lose, so you just throw it out. Throw a heart out, whatever. So you usually wanna throw the lowest heart you have, so you throw down 4 hearts. This guy, he's a terrible partner, and he's a loser, dickhead. Okay, so this guy throws down the ace of hearts, cutting his partner's king of hearts when he knows that, you know, the king was going to win because he had the ace. That's called cutting your partner. That's something you don't want to do because that could have potentially been 2 books, but you just got 1. You know what I'm saying? Everybody understand that? So reneging. So he throws down 3 of hearts, he throws down the king of hearts, and he has a heart in his hand, but he throws down a spade. So he throws down 3 of spades. He throws down a heart, so he wins the book because spades trump everything. So throughout the game, if hearts come back out, he throws down a heart, and this guy here is like, wait a second, you just reneged because you threw out on hearts previous hands. That's called reneging. When you do that, you have to call the book that they reneged on, and if he gets it correct, they get all those. They get their 3 books. Make sense? So if you catch somebody reneging, you get 3 books from the enemy team. So it's a good way to make them lose. Another thing is throwing out. I already talked about throwing out is whenever you know you're going to win, your partner's going to win that hand, so you throw out. You throw out like say it's going on hearts again, you know he's going to win, so he throws out the 3 of clubs, even though he doesn't have any hearts. So if you don't have a say, so heart, he's going to win, he knows it, but he doesn't have any more hearts, you can throw out a spade, you can throw out the diamond or a club. But he's got to make sure he doesn't have any hearts, because if he throws out a heart again in later hands, it's going to renege, you know what I'm saying? So somebody might catch that. So it's a game based off strategy. So whenever you start a hand, you deal a hand, you look in your hand and say, okay, I see I have 3 books by myself. I will get 3 books. I will win 3 hands. Your partner will say, I will win 3 hands. So together y'all get 6 books, okay? And the enemy team, they might say, okay, we're going to get 4 books or 5 books, okay? So you want to play the game, and you want to make sure you at least get the amount of books you said you're going to get. If you don't, then you run the risk of losing points. Okay? Bagging, like I already said before, is the extra points you get that you didn't bet you're going to get. So you said you're going to get 6, you got 7 books, that 1 extra is called a bag. Okay, you don't want bags. If you get 10 bags during a game, you lose, I think it's 100 points. So you want to bet correctly, all right? And you also want to try to get the enemy team to not get their books too, so you can beat them that way. I know this is not the best. You're not going to automatically know how to play the game automatically after this little discussion I have with you, but this is just the general rules and concepts of the game. It's really easy to play. It takes a pretty good strategy. It can either make or break friendships. I've seen people literally throw stuff at people because they cut them and stuff like that. People lose the game, and it gets pretty intense. But that's all I have for y'all today with my speech. Like I said, this is about teaching how to play spades, the generals, spades, and that's all I have for y'all.